Hello surround music fans, thanks for joining me once again on Life in Surround. Today it's my privilege to share with you the new immersive surround EP from Ana-Tole, Into the Black Hole. Alright, Into the Black Hole by Ana-Tole. I don't have it to touch and show you because it's only available right now as a lossless FLAC download. You can get it from Immersive Audio Album or Ana-Tole's Bandcamp page. Mixed into surround by Brandy Lane, with production and writing credits going to David Ott. Ana-Tole is a pseudonym for the extremely talented multi-instrumentalist Claire Courchene. She covers strings, horns, keys, and percussion programming, probably among other instruments. She does most of the instrumental heavy lifting on this album, with some friends helping out as well. Vocally, she enlists the help of, I believe, 5 singers. They all have their distinct voices and styles, but I would say that they could all be safely described by the pop genre. This mix that Brandy Lane has provided for us is aggressive. It makes meaningful, active use of the surrounds, which can carry background vocals, string parts, horn parts, keyboard parts. Main vocals can even actively pan back there. Percussion, you get a little bit of it all. The fronts do carry the main melodies most of the time, as well as main rhythmic elements. Sonically, this album does, I believe, what it should. It's a mix of lo-fi and hi-fi elements. The elements that should sound good do, like the string and horn instruments and the vocals, and the lo-fi elements, I believe, are intentional and for effect and are tastefully used. Musically, this sits strongly in the modern pop genre. Features that like rapid-fire hi-hat cicada type rhythm that is so pervasive in pop music today. These moments are brief, they don't hit you in the face, they don't outstay their welcome. And what I believe elevates this musically above what I see as typical modern pop are Claire's instrumental prowess and the enlistment of some really, really talented vocalists, such as Naya Tuko and Amber Ojeda. Content-wise, this essentially is a collection of 7 love songs, and like I said, it sits in the modern pop genre. Now beyond the 7 love themes that are explored here, you have Ana-Tole's intriguing space saga backstory. This album picks up where our main character, Ana-Tole, left off with her last outer space album adventure, the Arcadian Spring. She was mid-mission, mid-intergalactic space chase when her ship was blasted to bits and she found herself careening towards a black hole. The music from this EP accompanies the moments of her deep contemplation, her sudden sense of loneliness in the deep void of space, reflection of her life flashing before her eyes, and wondering if humanity was even worth saving at all as she floats towards the unknown. Now what I would love to see would be for Claire to incorporate more of the Ana-Tole space saga into the musical production. Looking at her Ana-Tole webpage and at her Ana-Tole YouTube channel, she actually has quite a bit of Ana-Tole stories told in video format. I think if she floated in some cool spacey music behind some of the narration and action, and then intercut some of her songs, we could have like a really cool Blu-ray production. I see something akin to Harry Connick Jr.'s Star Turtle really working well. By far my favorite Harry Connick Jr. album and what made me a fan. Star Turtle by Harry Connick Jr. is essentially a collection of 11 pop, rock, and jazz songs. And this album is made special because it features these Star Turtle vignettes sprinkled throughout the album. They open the album, they close the album, and then you get 2 interludes. From these Star Turtle segments, you find out that a reptilian race from another planet is dying along with their planet, and one Rocketeer volunteers to journey to Earth to be infused with the power of jazz music, and to bring that power back to save his people. Harry Connick Jr. is his host, and drives the Star Turtle around from jazz club to jazz club, where he is further and further energized until he's powerful enough to return to his planet. I think you get Harry Connick Jr.'s rock, pop, and jazz songs while he and the turtle are in Harry's car driving between clubs.
Enough?
Yes.
This way.
And how will...
My car. There.
Of course.
Into the Black Hole by Ana-Tole, who's really Claire Courchene. Very talented, multi-instrumentalist, composer, and visionary. Is worth checking out. I recommend that we support her at this time. This is her first surround effort. Let's show her that surround production and releases are worth it. And I would love to see her push further to really bring the Ana-Tole story and her appreciation of astronomy and sci-fi storytelling and iconography really into like one really intriguing package, such as a Blu-ray that features her music and Ana-Tole stories. I for one would be thrilled to see something like that come along, and even just for her to continue to push ahead with surround album releases, and maybe even to go back into her back catalog, which I've had the pleasure of hearing a lot on Tidal. You can find her on any major streaming format. You can audition her back catalog streaming on her Bandcamp even. She has a huge depth of work already available to enjoy in stereo. She has Into the Black Hole out in 5.1. I'm hoping that we'll get more surround music from her, and especially I would love to prompt her to push ahead with more of a multimedia experience and more of a storytelling experience. Alright, so I hope that I've done justice to Into the Black Hole by Ana-Tole. I recommend you check it out. Like I said, you can find it for download at Immersive Audio Album and also at her Bandcamp. I also recommend you check out clairecourchene.com and anatole.com, her two websites that I think relate most closely to this work. Also, her YouTube channel has some pretty fascinating videos. We could support her by subscribing and by watching and liking those videos. I've had a great time really trying to just have a sufficient understanding of her current body of work, and it is very impressive, and it can provide quite a bit of entertainment and enjoyment for you. So hopefully she's gaining some fans via this video. She has definitely put out a very cool immersive surround 5.1 album, and I look forward to hearing whether you enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like the video, leave your comments below. Encouragement for Claire. Go check out her Ana-Tole YouTube as well. And with that, I'll just encourage you, per usual, to live life in surround.